Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called 5 Sneaky Ways Brits Are Exceptionally Clever. Well, yes, I think British people are quite smart, right? But we're going to find out how smart exactly they are. So let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about the 5 sneaky things that Brits do which actually make them pretty clever.
Yes, so for those of you who don't know, Annie and I moved over from California to Scotland about almost a year and a half ago. I was born in Scotland, so when Annie mentioned these 5 or so things, I didn't really realize, but she definitely has a point, so...
He's Scottish but lived his whole life in the United States.
We'll get into number 1, and number 1 is a very British...
He has such a weird accent. It's a mix between like Scottish and American accent. I don't know, it's weird.
Attitude, and that's downplaying everything.
Yes, so downplaying just different events that are going to be happening, downplaying pretty much everything, but
like
mostly
things?
The weather. They make the weather seem like it's the absolute worst place on the planet, and I think that's because they don't want everyone immigrating here.
Oh, okay.
That was something I actually did prior.
I thought it was something like it was pouring rain and they're like, oh no, it's fine. Like, you should be fine. And it's like, it's a storm outside. Like, no, it's not going to be fine.
After our move, I was preparing Annie and the kids for terrible winters, dark, rainy, wet. And that was my memory as a kid, but it's just not been the case.
We moved from California and I was expecting, okay, they're going to need wellies, their rain gear daily. We're going to have to just learn to get out in the rain, which we have done. But surprisingly, it's not bad like I was expecting. And the weather, especially in places like England, it's sunny more often than rainy, and it's nice weather.
Yeah, if you go south of the border...
That to me, like, I think they're lying to me.
Especially in the summertime, there can be a noticeable weather increase. And it could be to do with global warming and all that. But the Brits have not updated the rest of the world. You'd be like, hey, by the way, our weather's actually amazing now. You should come. And yeah, I think that's all part of just keeping it to themselves, really.
Yeah, the sneaky bit is that they don't actually show you the like hidden gems. Yeah. So just where we are here is about 5 minutes from our house and completely ours today. Yeah. And there's thousands and hundreds of thousands of places throughout the UK that are just like this.
This is part of the John Muir Country Park, and the Belhaven Bay is just out that way. I think we've seen maybe 2 other people walking their dogs here, and yeah, I think actually the comedian Billy Connolly said about Scotland, it's like, Scotland's beautiful and the best thing is there's no one else here. Our second point ties into exactly where we are today. We have a phenomenal outdoor playground animal zoo with a train called East Links Park, which the kids absolutely adore. And that's another thing that us Brits downplay, is all these fantastic...
I thought the animals were just out in the wild.
Outdoor play areas. And they all have what, Annie?
This is one sneaky thing that they do is at all the play parks, or at least any of the bigger ones, adults, they have somewhere where you can sit down and watch your kids with a cup of coffee and just watch them do their thing.
But isn't this normal? I don't know. I've never been in a playground like this, but I thought it was normal, right? They have a place for like parents to just chill while their kids play
and make money. So Brits are sneaky.
Yeah,
they know how to make the money in that
regard. Have
but I think it's
handmade often cakes and sweet treats.
Yeah, of course.
The obligatory like bacon rolls, sausage rolls, like just stuff that's really hard to say no to. Simple, but exactly what you want when you're sitting down watching your kids play. And we sourced out a number of playgrounds and play parks in the US, and more often than not they had nothing.
No, maybe you could get like a bottle of water. If they had a shop, most of them you just go and there's nothing else there. Everything here is catered to like sitting.
I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of like a Chuck E. Cheese's, but I don't know. Again, I have no idea about like playgrounds in general.
And having a coffee while watching your kids for an extended period of time. Yeah. So I thoroughly enjoy this. I think it's a great idea. I wish everywhere did it.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 3. This one
might not seem
too sneaky, but it's Brits' desire to let people use their common sense in a number of situations. The one that springs to mind for us is we were at a playground with our kids, and there was a cargo net they can climb up. No warning sign, no nothing, but just like a 3-4 foot drop below it. So if your kid's not capable or too young or too small, like, they're just gonna fall through.
Okay.
appreciate this though, because it teaches kids to sort of use their common sense, do what they're capable of, learn their skills rather than...
Well, I think like you as a parent, like you should be aware of this, but I'm wondering if it's probably because in the United States, like everything needs to have a warning because like, they'll sue you. So maybe that's why it's the opposite over there.
Having everything plastered and parents being like, careful, you shouldn't be doing that.
Or just no drop.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I like that our kids like learn sort of their natural limitations in...
But if they break something?
Somewhat safe space.
I was about to say, they're not, like, they would have known if they'd fallen, but they're not going to really hurt themselves.
Yeah.
It's enough to give them a little shock.
But you just wouldn't see that in the States.
Oh my god, but what happens if like they crack their heads open? And I'm going like worst case scenario.
Then some extra safety net or on the ground, like pads to keep it a little less...
Or not as high off the ground.
Yeah. Where else do we see this?
A lot of our historical monuments, buildings, and actually, in a previous video, we went to Wallace Cave.
Yes.
Near Rosslyn Glen, and there was probably 100-foot drop off and no barrier, no warning,
and no signs,
no nothing. Just welcome to Scotland.
I mean,
look down and you may see some tourists that didn't make it.
It is like that one was actually shocking to me. I was like, oh, the handrails ended right before the drop.
Okay.
Interesting.
And it was just it was stone steps carved into the side of the mountain, and it is nice because then you just get to enjoy. I mean, that's a very... It's like William Wallace was supposed to have hidden in there during a battle, and you get to basically experience it how he did.
Exactly.
He didn't have handrails or warning signs or anything, and so it really lets you enjoy, how it was created by nature.
Exactly. And
that looks a beautiful place
so much because sometimes there's too much and too many barriers, and it just takes away from the experience.
Yeah.
And you're looking at that rather than like looking beyond it. And
we have another video where we climbed up Hopeton Monument near Haddington, and even for us, we consider ourselves fairly fit and able people. Those spiral staircase in the pitch dark were a challenge.
Oh yeah.
And the warning sign on the bottom.
I love the accent that comes out.
That was terrifying. And there's no lights inside.
There's a gate.
No lights?
It's not locked. You can just push it open, go up. At the top, there's some nice display boards.
I'm concerned about the lack of light because it's like I'm falling and I'm the one cracking my head open because there's like, it's stone, it's hard. And again, it's like, it's very dark. You can fall.
And what you can look at if you've made it, but yeah, up or down, it's sketchy, and there's no one nearby to help you if you fall.
No bars over the cutout windows.
Oh, but that's
just
you have to
that as well.
Yeah, but you have to place your hand in the wall.
Just different than what I'm used to, but once again, I really appreciate that the Brits sort of allow you to take in that. And
okay, it's not that dark.
This is my favorite one, I think. It's the experience of kids' birthday parties.
Strange thing to say is your favorite.
I sound really weird right now.
Wait, over cafe culture?
But there's two things that they do differently over here that just make sense. So in the U.S., when you go to someone's birthday party, you bring a gift. Same here.
Yeah.
But the difference is, in the U.S., you have to, if you're the person, if it's your birthday, you open your present in front of everyone watching. And
yeah, it's awkward.
That's so awkward.
I think it's just an awkward experience in general. I'm with her. Like, I just hate it. I'm like, no, I like to open the presents, like, in private. I don't care who's doing the gifting.
Watch the birthday kid open their presents. It's like, okay, time to open presents. Like, well, I know what I got him, and I just want to play with this or do that and that. Yeah. And so, it's nice where it's just like, you thank them for the present, gather up, take it home, open it at your own time, and then write your thank you card.
Yeah, you either get a thank you card or the mom will send you a picture of the child with the toy saying thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
And that's just as
much better.
I like that. The other part of
this one I didn't even think about until Annie mentioned it, but the cake.
Yeah.
In America, I get similar to the presents, the cake is cut and then eaten there and then.
Yes.
When the kids are already hyper, actually just before about to go home, right?
Yeah,
usually.
So everyone's sugared up. It's the end, when everyone's just at the point of like teetering on whether or not it's going to be chaos. You've had a great time and then you're just at that point. That's when you eat the cake, get everyone sugared up and ensure that something crazy is going to happen. But in Britain, do you want to go into what they do here?
Yeah, you get a little sort of party box or party bag, usually with some little knickknacks in it, and a piece of the cake cut and wrapped up in foil or whatever to take home.
To eat when the parents think, yes, this is an appropriate time to get.
No, I don't like this. If I'm going to a birthday party, I'm gonna need to have the cake there. I don't like it. I mean, you can take it like, I guess you can take it to go, but I guess like a doggy bag. No, I'll have my cake there. I don't like this. No,
I love this. I love this so much.
AKA
not me. No, I don't like this.
Just kidding. We let our kids have cake.
No, but then it's nice as well. Like, it's not just the parties.
She likes cake too.
She does. She likes cake and cafe culture, so she's fitting in perfectly here. Yeah, it's not just like, oh, party's over and the kid's crazy and going home. It's like you have a little thing to sort of remember the party, and yeah, it's just one of these things that
Don't they say happy birthday, Dan? Like, what's happening there?
So it's been a while since I've been to a kid's birthday party, but that Annie mentioned, and just does make a lot of sense. And then it also makes it easier for the hosting parents. You don't have all those kids all sugared up.
True.
You have your
That's the point of a birthday party.
just to deal with and
The
send
sticky hands.
Yeah, they're
the
like,
rest
go.
home with their sugar fuel and let their parents deal with it. So good work, Brits. Good work.
Transitioning into our final point, another thing that Brits do that is so clever is telling people about the UK as a vacation spot. Like, hey, come to London. Everyone come visit London. That's what's marketed. But then no Brits go to London. Everyone like goes elsewhere.
Really?
Or even leaves the country entirely and has much cheaper holidays in some of the other European countries.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
kind of funny because our last video, we went to the Tattoo during the Edinburgh Festival. And the festival's a perfect example. That's like, oh, Edinburgh Festival is fantastic, world renowned. No local, not little, like most locals vacate Edinburgh. Don't go anywhere near it and go to.
But I'm wondering if it's because they're used to, so they've been there before, and it's like, on our vacation, we want to visit something new. Just like you want to visit Edinburgh. Like, I've been there. I know what it is. I'm leaving.
All these other places. Like Annie said, Spain is a huge location for Brits to go on holiday. It's like, oh, we love our country. All right, we're off to Spain. Or, oh, go visit this big town.
Okay, the Spain one, it's because it's the summer, and they want to go on a beach, and they want to get the sun.
The cities, we're going to the Lake District, or we're going up to the Highlands, or places where the
I get that as well. You want to relax. I think all of them have like a point.
tourists don't often go.
The downplaying. So they're like, London, yes. Edinburgh, yes. But then they don't talk about all the other places that they then leave to. So very clever.
I know as an American, Annie was never well known about like the Lake District.
No, never.
Or the little towns like Dunkeld, Pitlochry, up sort of north. And those, for me at least, were all the places I'd prefer to go to a big city or that and the other. So yeah, it's like, all right, come and increase our tourism income and we'll go off and do our own thing.
Exactly, but very clever, Brits. I see you. So I think this is going to be short and sweet today. We will bring over Finn again.
No. Okay. Hi.
Say bye, everyone. We'll see you next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this little face.
Okay, yeah, I think some of the things I kind of agree. Like with the last point, I'm like, I get why. Obviously, if you're a tourist, you want to go visit, you want to go to London. Obviously, like that's probably like the biggest city in the UK. Of course, you want to go there. But I think like I think a lot of people want to visit like the Scottish Highlands and probably those little like smaller villages. But I get, it depends on your vacation, and obviously London's going to be the priority because you want to visit like, oh my god, London's it's like the most important city. It's a world-renowned, like famous city. Of course you want to go there. But I think obviously if you're from the UK, you've probably been there a few times, or you already like live there. So it is like, why on my vacation, why would I go to a place that I've been a bunch of times before, either as a child or as an adult, because I can visit like on a weekend, I can visit whatever. I'm just gonna go outside of like, again, of like my what I do, like my common, like, I don't know, my common spots. Like that's why people, I think, like travel out of the UK. Obviously they want to, again, like I mentioned, they want to go to Spain, or I don't know, probably Italy. And I think Spain, like, is a very popular it's a popular destination for British people. because again it's like very sunny, like you want to, like people are trying to get out of like the gloom and doom of like the rain, and it's rainy, and but apparently like it isn't that bad. But again, it's like it's sunnier, people want to enjoy their holiday, as in like I want to relax on a beach, I want to have like, again, that type of like fun. But of course, if you are coming from a place, I don't know, like them, like they come from LA, like they are used to the beaches, like why would I go and I don't know, why would I go to a place that already has a beach? That, okay, it's nice, yeah, of course, but that's not gonna be my priority. I want to visit places that I don't have like back home, or that I just do not, again, I'm not used to, or I just like, I haven't been there enough. I haven't been like in places like that like enough. So it all depends on like your baseline, I think. And of course, for UK, for the British people, that they're sort of like used to this, that's like 10 times higher. It's like I asked them, like they're from LA apparently. Was it LA or California in general? I can't remember. But if like whatever, you're in your hometown, and you're in the cities that you have like probably nearby, like for a tourist, you would recommend them. You would like, yeah, sure, like go to this spa, like this city, like it's awesome, go to this festival and whatever. But you wouldn't necessarily go because again, it's like I've been there before. I know how it is. And during my vacation, I just want to go to something completely opposite that what I'm used to, because it's something new and I want to experience something new. So I think that's probably the logic behind this. Like I don't see it as them being like, oh, it's like a treasure that I want to protect, and it's like, I don't know, we're not telling you like, because I think this can be taken, and that coupled with the whole like, oh, there's like the good places, they're not gonna tell you about the good places, like those incredible like like they said, like there's some really good spots that you'll never hear from them. Like they'll never tell you, oh, you know what's a really great spot, like this little place. Like no, they won't tell you because they don't want this to get overrun with tourists, which I agree, obviously. Like I understand the thing about protecting and being protective of something good is you don't want people to ruin it, because I'm sorry, but that's usually the case when a lot of people start, especially tourists, I think, like start visiting a place, it could get a little, it ruins them a little bit, like it ruins the magic, and you don't want to get this, you know, if it's a place that you like, you don't want to get this like overrun with tourists or people. It's just like, no, I want it to stay the same. So I think that coupled with this, with the whole like, oh no, yeah, you should totally go. Like they said, I think it was the Edinburgh Festival. Yes, amazing. Like you should go there. It's like they're not going because they're going to the good places, and they're telling you, no, yeah, you're gonna have like the most fantastic time over there. But they're not there. They're in other places that I think they're probably like cooler for them and it's better, but they're not gonna tell you about them because they want you like, yeah, it's best for the tourists just like occupy like certain spaces and to leave the rest of the places to ourselves, which again I completely understand the nature behind this, because I get it. It's like, yeah, I absolutely get it. I think like there's a thing about being protective of like places that you really like, and it happens like with towns, it happens with, I don't know, like spots in general, because I'm thinking of if even restaurants, like sometimes I think you have a habit, or like good stores, it's like I don't want to tell people about this because I don't want them to ruin it. It's like a good place that you want, and it's kind of sad, right? Like it's a good place and you want it to be popular because you want like, oh, it's a good place, it's a good, I don't know, it's a good store, or it's a good restaurant. I want them to have like good business, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want this to get like overrun with people. So it's like, no, I will just not tell you. And it's like a small kept secret that we keep to ourselves, and we're not going to tell anyone else about it because we don't want this to get ruined. So I do understand like up to a certain point, it's like, yeah, sure. Like you just let them say like, oh yeah, sure. Stay over there. Stay in London. But I think even London probably has its own places that are like popular for tourists, but you know, the people that live there, like they have like their spots that will not tell tourists about, because it's like, we don't want this to get ruined. But besides that, I think something that actually shocked me to my very core, I do not agree, I do not like this, is the birthday cake situation. That to me, I'm sorry, it is very strange. I get the logic behind this, like they're like, yeah, because kids like get super, like they get a sugar rush, but it's like, do kids even get, is that thing even real? I get the kids like can be very crazy sometimes, like yes, birthday parties can get crazy, like depending on the kids, like the kids are like running wild, but isn't that a case of like depending on the kids, and it's gonna happen anyway? Like it's not, you know, you can't blame the sugar, it's just like part of being a kid. They're running around, they're probably like creating messes. Well, I don't know if they're well-behaved kids, like they shouldn't, right? But especially on a birthday party. But I don't know, I just do not get, like, I get the logic, like I know it, like I understand it. I don't know if I agree. It's like, I get it. What's the point of going to a birthday party if you're not gonna like sing happy birthday and you're not gonna have cake? That seems a little pointless to me. I like that they have a party favor, but I think like, okay, you can have that. You can have the birthday cake, and then once you leave, like they'll give you like a party favor. But it's like, okay. And sometimes it's like, when it's like a smaller gathering, although I think that doesn't really happen. So it can happen, but I don't think it's common unless it's like a very intimate like birthday party, like, oh, we have like leftover cake, so they'll give you like some pieces of like, oh, we have like leftover cake. Although that usually I don't think that's a thing, like, again, because like if it's a party, it's big, it's like, no, we don't have enough cake, we don't have leftover cake. But I don't like the idea of them not singing happy birthday and not actually like cutting the cake. I do not like it. I do not like the idea. I reject it. I know it's probably, again, for them, and probably it's because I'm thinking about like the perspective of a kid. Like, again, if I'm going to a birthday party, and especially I'm thinking like as a child and even as an adult, it's like I want to have the birthday cake. I want to sing you happy birthday, and I want to like us for share, like one want to share the cake. But it's like, no, for if you're a parent, I think your perspective is a little bit different, because you're thinking about the whole, like, the sugar rush is gonna drive him mad. But it's like, okay, is that a thing? Really? I don't think like that's a thing where it's as crazy as they make it sound. But again, maybe I'm totally off about this and I can be totally wrong. And it's like, no, you don't know how crazy it gets. And if that's a problem, just make like a sugar-free cake. Like, I don't like this. I don't like the idea. It seems completely opposite to the thesis of a birthday party. How are you going to have a birthday party without like birthday cake? It's like, what? To me, that's not a party. So I really don't like this. The whole, I think, as for the other things of like the coffee culture, I like it. I thought apparently that was a thing, because I think it makes like all the sense in the world to me. Because if you're a parent and yes, I have to look after my kid. But I'm gonna be a little bit not bored, I think, because you're supposed to be taking care, like you're supposed to be watching them. But I think like it gives you something to do, as in like you're checking on them. But still, you want to do something. Maybe you want to do a little work, or you just want to maybe again just have a coffee, or just, I don't know, like do other things. So to me, it makes all the sense in the world that you have, a little coffee area for adults, in which again they can have like a snack, a coffee, again a cake, a cookie, I don't know, like something like they can have, or tea even. Like you can have something while you're sort of like watching your kids like play. So it isn't like that. To me, it's like super, like it makes all the sense in the world. So to me, it's like weird that apparently that's not a thing and it's only in Scotland, because I'd be like, that should be a thing everywhere else. And if you'd asked me like earlier, I would have told you like, isn't this a thing like everywhere else? Because it's weird that they're just like, what other, like all other parts they just like leave their kids be, and you're just like standing there, like, I don't know, like I'm sitting there, maybe they have seats, but you're just like sitting there sort of like watching your kids, and that's it. But you don't have like, it's a comfortable place to just again have a cup of coffee. So that's, to me, like great for them. And for the actual like, less warnings, I think I'm pretty sure would venture to say it's because of the swing thing. Like they in the US, like I think there's like so many laws about, hey, if somebody doesn't tell you the warning label doesn't tell you, or again, like everything has to be like overly explained, even the obvious things. And it's because, again, they can sue you. Like, it's easy if, like, an accident happens or, like, something bad happens. They're scared of you suing them. So it is, like, everyone sues each other. So I think that's probably the difference, I think, in Scotland and in the UK, probably in general, in Britain, in the Great Britain area. Like, people are not, like, they're not in the habit of, like, suing each other or threatening to sue each other. So it's like, well, if you fell off, I mean, hopefully not, like, that seems like quite a dangerous fall. But let's assume, like, again, you fell, of a small cliff, like not a huge cliff, but you fell, like it's on you, right? I would assume that people are gonna be well, but again, you had to use your common sense. Like, why are you like, there's a cliff? Why are you like looking over the cliff? Like, you know, it's dangerous to not do that, right? So, you know, it's probably, they're not going to be thinking, oh my God, I broke my leg, I'm going to sue for damages. It's like, no, again, I think that's probably the US mindset, the American mindset is just like, oh, it's, I have to put the blame on them. They have to cover all my medical expenses and etc. But also I think that's probably the case. Like there, you know, healthcare is free. So it's like, okay, if I break something, you know, I like healthcare, like a free healthcare system, like it's free. They're going to take care of it. But maybe you can sue for damages. Like, oh, I have to like, I don't know, skip work, or I got fired or something. I don't know, maybe they have laws in place as well. So I think like it can all be traced back to that. I think again, that's probably, that's my theory. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I think that stems from that. I think in the US, everyone's like trying to sue each other all the time, and that's why everything has to be like overly explained. And because in case something bad happens, you can point to the sign and say, hey, we're telling you. And that's why obviously a lot of things are quite, I think, may seem like dumb signs, because it's like, come on, like that's just being a logical person. But it's like, no, that's why it needs like directions, right? It's like shampoo has directions like on the back of, and you know, the label. So it's like, why would shampoo have instructions? It's like, well, again, because you don't know what people can do. People are weird sometimes. So, but maybe again, people are weird in the US, but not in the UK. People are probably a little bit more, I don't know, they have more, again, more sense of logical, maybe a sense of logic. And again, their laws like actually are different. So that's why they don't really have like another type of mindsets that I think would be more common in other places. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.